Number one being, I want to tone up. Not many people actually know what toning up involves. For someone who is brand new to fitness, toning up means showing a little bit of muscle. What these people do not understand, you have to drop your body fat a little and build muscle in order to have that toned look. Cardio doesn't kill your gains. When I was brand new to the gym, I feel like I had the choice, strength training or cardio, as cardio kills your gains. Cardio actually complements strength training. Cardio will help improve your cardiovascular health and also help recovery. Excessive cardio can hinder your muscle growth progress, but moderate cardio is beneficial. Cardio isn't the best way to lose weight. When a lot of people want to lose weight, the first thing they think of is either starve themselves or run endless miles until your weight drops. Weight loss is all about being in a calorie deficit. Strength training boosts your metabolism and helps build muscle, which burns a lot more calories at rest than cardio does. Cardio can be used as a tool to burn calories, but you should rely on strength training and nutrition for better results. You can eat carbs after 6 p.m. When I started training over 10 years ago, there wasn't that much information online and there are a whole bunch of fads and trends. And a big one was no carbs after 6 p.m. The time of the carbs really doesn't matter as long as you hit your total calories for the day. Carbs don't automatically turn into fat just because you've had them at night. And research shows there is no direct link between eating carbs in the evening and weight gain, just as long as you stay within your calories for the day. You don't have to do loads of exercise per muscle group for it to grow. When I first started training, I more or less used to do every exercise in the book per muscle group, but this isn't necessarily beneficial and it makes your gym session so long and such a drag. The best thing to do is find 3 or 4 exercises per muscle group and stick to these 3 or 4 exercises and try and progress with these exercises every session. For example, maybe add a little bit of weight, maybe extra reps. As long as you're making progress on these exercises, that's the most important thing. Not feeling DOMS doesn't mean you've had a bad session. When you first start the gym, DOMS really hit you bad and they last forever. And it gets to a point where your body builds up this tolerance and it don't necessarily hurt you as bad. Sometimes you may train and feel like you had a good session, but don't necessarily feel DOMS the following day. You have to focus on progressive overload and strength gains instead of chasing muscle soreness. The importance of nutrition. When you're new to the gym, feel like you can eat anything and everything without it necessarily sabotaging your gains. But the more and more you train, the more you realize nutrition is key and you cannot out-train a bad diet. Don't get me wrong, don't cut off all the good things in life, but your food choices affect your recovery, energy, and progress towards your goal. And finding your maintenance calories, I've just linked the TDEE calculator below and you can find yours there. But once you find your maintenance calories, you could add some calories for a bulk or reduce them for a cut. How much protein to eat? Everybody stresses about the importance of protein, but nobody ever told you how much you should have. It took me a while to realize, but now I have 1 gram of protein per pound in body weight. So let's say hypothetically you weigh 170 pounds, have 170 grams of protein in that day. You can't gain fat overnight and you cannot lose fat overnight. Gaining fat and losing fat is something what happens over time. People really do panic when they see the scale go up or down, but your weight does tend to fluctuate throughout the day. This is down to how much you ate that day, water retention, sodium intake, and many more factors. Don't skip legs. By training every muscle group equally, this will build you a well-rounded physique. You don't want to be that person who's top heavy or vice versa. You don't want to be bottom heavy too. Everybody has a day what they don't necessarily enjoy, but if you skip that day, then your physique will suffer massively. The anabolic window isn't true. I used to be in a massive rush to get home as fast as possible and have a protein shake or some food. There was a myth that you had to have something 30 minutes within training or your whole training session was a waste of time, but that's not the case. So don't go too long without eating after a workout, as this may affect your energy levels. You may want to crash, but there is no rush to get food in ASAP. Muscle is more dense than fat, so a pound of muscle tissue takes up less space than a pound of fat because muscle tissue is denser. This may mean if the scale isn't changing, someone may look a lot leaner and more toned because of the muscle they've gained and the fat they've lost. Your body is going through a recomposition, gaining muscle and losing fat at the same time. Lifting doesn't get you girls. As a naive skinny teenager who started the gym to get girls, I slowly realized that this isn't the case. In fact, it's the complete opposite. You get 0 female attention and a lot more male attention. It's a good way to meet new friends and form friendships in the gym as you build a common interest through working out. Body dysmorphia will develop because you're constantly chasing a physique. As someone who's new to the gym, everybody has that physique they would love to obtain. Again, this doesn't happen overnight and it's going to take you years and years of training to get to that acquired physique. And you may eventually get there one day, but you're still going to be chasing this one physique physique that's in the future. And because of this, you may never really be satisfied with your physique. Money could go quickly on food, supplements, and fitness fashion. If you're taking your diet seriously, your weekly food bill does go up drastically, along with your supplements and your fitness clothes. If you're constantly going to the gym, you obviously want to look your best, so you keep splashing out on fitness clothes. I'm going to help you save some money on supplements and fitness apparel. Use code JORD at checkout for 10% off on Muscle Nation. Rest and recovery are just as important as training. You may think when you first start your fitness journey that training every single day is very beneficial, but that's not the case. Less is more. Your body and your muscles do need some time to rest and recover, and in reality your muscles grow and repair when you're resting, not just in the gym. Progress isn't linear. You may think going to the gym is easy and you're always going to see progress. There will be patches in your fitness journey where you stop seeing progress and you hit a plateau. Plateaus are normal and you can overcome them with consistency and minor adjustments. Results do not happen overnight. Consistency is key. Fitness isn't something that you could just pick up whenever you feel like it. You really have to be consistent to see progress, and the more consistent you are over time, you will start seeing your results. Fitness isn't a quick fix. Whether it's losing fat, building muscle, improving your cardio, training for a marathon, consistency and discipline is key. Focus on good form over weight. When you first start, you may think the heavier you're lifting, the more results you'll see. But that's not the case if your form is terrible and you're just ego lifting. To see progress, you have to put your ego aside, reduce the weight, and focus on your form. Doing the exercise properly with time over tension is key. Working out is so good for your mental health and helps reduce anxiety. Working out helps with stress release and also releases endorphins into your brain, and these endorphins often lead to reduced stress, better stress management, and a more positive outlook. By working out, it helps improve your self-image and your self-confidence, especially when you start seeing progress in the gym. Mobility, warm-up, and cool-downs are essential. By warming up properly, by doing mobility exercises, this could help prevent risk of injury, which are really common if flexibility, mobility, and stretches are neglected. So make sure you're going into each session with a proper mobility routine, and you're also cooling down at the end of each session. Not every workout will be your best, and that's okay. Just like in other sports, you do have your off days, and there are so many different factors which can cause this, like a lack of sleep, lack of food going into a workout, stress. The list goes on. Everybody has life struggles and they do get in the way, and a bad day in the gym counts as progress, and this does reinforce that consistent habit. So don't beat yourself up. There's no perfect workout routine. Everybody wants to find the perfect workout routine, but that doesn't exist. Perfect routine is what suits you personally. Never try doing what somebody else is doing, because that may not work for you. Best routine is what you could do and how consistent you could be with that routine. Strength training can improve your longevity and quality of life. Lifting helps with many chronic diseases and helps strengthen your bones, and helps improve your mobility and balance, things which suffer with age. The sooner you start working out, the better, because unfortunately there may be a day where you can no longer start. Strength training helps preserve muscle mass, which helps people stay active. Listen to your body. If you're feeling pain, tired, or notice something isn't quite right, listen to your body. Pushing through pain and ignoring signs of overtraining can lead to injury. I know it's very difficult to have time off of the gym, especially if you fall in love with it and you feel like taking a break may hinder your progress. What would really hinder your progress is if you get injured, so listen to your body and take a rest day whenever need be. You have to prioritize your rest and your recovery to avoid burnout or injury. If you're struggling to keep fit and want to find an activity for you, I recommend watching this video on why beginners should start CrossFit.